Good morning, everybody. Wherever you are watching this, go ahead and hit the share button. Whether you are watching this live or watching the replay, let's get this party started. I need some energy in the building. And I need to know that you are really with me. So go ahead and drop something in the comment box and let me know, where are you tuning in from?
The enigmatic entrepreneur whose words will make you sure. Know, trust, and believe. The master teacher has come to help you succeed. The gem dropper, the truth speaker, the voice in the universe that will bring you to your highest peak. Welcome to the Get High on Motivation show with Mimi the Motivator, your favorite motivator's favorite motivator.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, love bugs. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Mimi the Motivator, your favorite motivator's favorite motivator, and this is the Get High on Motivation show. So welcome back. If you're a first timer, hi, how you doing? I want to say welcome. I want to say thank you. I want to say get ready, be prepared, and get your notes ready, because we are going to move, and we are going to move fast this morning. This is the show for the person who just need a little more peace in their life. You know, the person who has been dealing with a lot since the pandemic has been going on, and you're just like, I need more peace. I need some peace. I need peace of mind. So today I am hoping to be able to give you just that. So what else are we going to talk about today? Today we are also going to talk about the fact that I don't have a microphone in front of me, and I just figured it out. Lord have mercy, how did that happen? Because I just got back to Colorado. I'm sure you noticed by the background. So we're going to keep on flowing this morning. So this morning we are talking about six ways that you can create more peace in your life, in your home, your relationships, all that kind of good stuff, but really just more peace within. And then we're going to talk about what is the real reason that people are suffering from sciatica. Yeah, I'm not gonna talk medical, so don't worry. I ain't talking medical. I'm talking metaphysical this morning. All right. So I hope you are ready for today's conversation, and if you're not, I am. Yes, yes, yes. So I want to go to Divine Transformation by Dr. and Master Zhigang Shah. I haven't shared anything from him in a while. I was really loving that book when I was reading. It's something like I feel like I want to go back to, because it had a lot of chance to, I want to say dissipate, but to really remove some mind, body, spirit blocks that we didn't even know existed. And chanting can be boring if you're new to it and you're feeling like this is pointless. Why am I repeating the same thing over and over and over? But anytime I think about chanting, anytime I think about affirmations, whether I'm speaking them aloud or writing affirmations down, I literally think about Bart Simpson. Do you remember when Bart Simpson was writing on the board? He had to write because he was in trouble. Or have you ever had to do that? I remember I had to do it in elementary school. But really what was happening is, whether the teacher knew that or not, but it was ingraining a message into our mind by us writing it over and over and over. When you write something, it's like reading it 10 times. So I like to write stuff down. I am a writer. I have notebooks everywhere. I have a notebook for everything. And when I hear something that I like, I write it down, because I know when I'm writing it down, I am creating a neural pathway to plop it into. So today's food for thought comes from Divine Transformation. It says, emptiness creates all things. Emptiness is the divine. Emptiness is the Tao. Emptiness is source of all universes. Emptiness, y'all. It says emptiness creates all things. And you're thinking, how can emptiness create all things? Well, I remember I had a speaker at Get High on Motivation Live 2020 named Dr. Lauren Penn. And Dr. Lauren Penn talked to us about creating something from nothing. And that's what this reminded me of, is this emptiness. It is emptiness that pushes us to create. It's the lack of something that makes us get up and do something. As an entrepreneur, it's when we see that something is missing in the marketplace or missing in the community, we're like, hey, I'm bringing that. That came from emptiness. It came from it not being there. Even the universe first was empty space, and then all these things started manifesting, all these planets and these stars and all this just for us at that. That's so awesome. But emptiness is not a bad place. So if you find yourself feeling empty, that means it's time to fill your cup up. And what you put in your cup is totally up to you. So what's going to go in your cup? What are you filling yourself up with? What are you filling your mind up with? All these things are so very important, way more important than I could ever imagine. But we need to be more mindful of the emptiness in our life and not try to fill the voids with, I don't know why drugs and alcohol is the first thing that comes to mind. The second thing that comes to mind is social media. And then the third thing that comes to mind is the person who is never willing to spend any time with themselves or spend any time at home alone. It's okay to be with you. It's okay to be in emptiness. I dare you to take out an empty piece of paper and take a pen and just start writing. Don't worry about what you're going to write. I bet. Just write. Just put the pen to the paper and watch what comes out. You never know what you can create in a space of emptiness. Think about a brand new empty house. I'm excited about a brand new empty house and what I'm going to furnish that new empty house with. Emptiness brings possibility. Emptiness brings opportunity. And that's why emptiness is divine. When there's emptiness, it's just you. It's just source energy. It's just universe. It's a blank slate. I believe in having this whole blank slate mentality every single day. Now, I am not successful at it every single day, but I do wake up with the desire for a blank slate. I get up and clean my house first thing in the morning before I do anything, if there's anything left from yesterday. I like to get all the residual junk out of my mind by writing it down onto some empty space. I like to start with a clean office because that empty space is going to create a better environment for me to be successful in. I see my conversation for the day trying to already creep in, but we're not gonna let it. But yes, we want to talk about emptiness this morning, and I really want all of us to value the emptiness. Value the spaces that we have to feel. So even if you looking like, well, my love life is empty right now, that is a great opportunity. It's a great opportunity for you to get to know you. It's a great opportunity for you to date you. When's the last time you dated yourself? When's the last time that you bought yourself a love gift? When is the last time that you left yourself a love note? Do something for you that you would do for a boo. I dare you. You're going to feel really good about it. You're going to feel good about yourself. I want somebody listening, and that somebody might be me, is to clear some space on the calendar for emptiness. Clear the space where it's going to be just maybe 30 minutes, if you can manage a whole hour, that you are specifically going to do nothing. You might even shut your phone off and just be in the house. Go look in the mirror and just look at yourself. Maybe have a conversation with yourself. Maybe go sit outside on the porch and just be. Just be with you. Just be with the inner you, the little you, with the big you, the higher you. Let's spend some time in emptiness and see what we can create. Because emptiness creates all things. Emptiness is divine. Emptiness is Tao. Emptiness is the source of all universes. So today we are talking about peace. I don't know about y'all, but I could definitely use a little more peace in my life. And not that my life is chaotic, it's just that there has been a lot of shifts and a lot of transitions. There's a lot of transformation going on in my life. There's new roles, new responsibilities. And with that, sometimes our minds can get chaotic. Our houses can get all chaotic. And as a matter of fact, what they tend to do is they end up getting cluttered, right? So let's just go ahead and jump into today's conversation. I have 6 things that I recommend for you to do, and for myself, if I haven't done something on this list, to incorporate more peace into our lives, because we deserve it and we desire it. I want to hope that by the end of today's show that you're going to have something that you could take away that will increase that peace beyond understanding, to have that inner peace, to have peace in your household with the people in your life. Come on. So the first thing we're going to talk about is number one, uno, is clear the clutter. You have to clear the clutter out of your life. When you clear the clutter out of your life, you're clearing the clutter out of your mind. So how do we do that? Start with the space that you're in. Is your house cluttered? Is your office cluttered? Is your car cluttered? Whatever space it is, a cluttered space is a cluttered mind. So the first thing that we can do is let's start embracing open spaces. So let's start clearing some spaces. Let's clear off some countertops. I know you like to have all this stuff sitting out and make it easy to access, but if you have a cabinet or something somewhere that you can store some things away in, let's do it. If you have some things that you haven't used in a long time, you probably will never use, store it away. Store away the clothes that are from the past season, and only keep this season's clothes in the closet if your clothes is all cramped in the closet. Use storage bins. Be like one of those little OCD moms that put labels on things. Understanding the reason they have labels on everything is because now they can find stuff. That's what happens. When you put stuff away, it now has a home. It needs to have that home. You want to create an organization system that works for you. Like I have this great little file system. I want to show it to y'all, but look a mess right now. But I have this great little file system that has some simple things like to do, to enter, to pay, to discuss, to go. So I might even find like an event in the newspaper and I can rip it out and put it in that folder. And I know that I can come back to this little folder system and see what needs to be taken care of. Or when I have my assistant here, my assistant can go to the folder system and know what needs to be taken care of. If there's an email to be sent, she can send it. If there's an email to be sent, I'm not going to forget because I put myself a little note in there. And you can put a note on anything. That's when you grab that little whatever. Napkins and all can count. Write on that napkin and drop it in your file system. But have a file system. If you don't have a filing cabinet, get one. Get a file box. But quit having papers everywhere and not knowing where to find them when you need them. Do you know how many people can't find their birth certificate when they need it? Lack of organization. You need organization even in your kitchen. It makes cooking go faster. It makes everything go faster when you have some organization. So let's go ahead and move into step number 2. Get organized. Get not only your house organized and getting your mind organized, but we need to get our calendar organized. Because when you know exactly what you're going to be doing, at what time, and where, so make sure you have on this calendar, get your links. I'm so tired of people not knowing, well, I didn't know what the link was. Nobody has time for that. Know where the location is, know where the link is, and have it stored in your calendar. If you have a digital calendar, have the link in there. So that way when you go to your calendar or when your calendar notification pops up, you just click a link. Make your life easy. When you have a meeting with somebody, you tell them, send me a calendar link. Or if you have set the meeting, send them a calendar link. Don't be out here just floating about. That's how you either get double booked or you miss meetings, miss deadlines. Put your deadlines on the calendar. Put when the bills are due on the calendar. Put your house admin on the calendar. I'm going to wash dishes at this time and cook dinner. I'm going to do laundry on this day. I'm going to vacuum and dust on this day. Have that stuff on the calendar. Because if you're going to be getting busy and being successful and manifesting, you need to have your time under control. And we have to have time management. Time is money. So don't be letting your money just be out there with no job. Don't let your time be out there with no job. I don't care if it is time to do nothing and you write do nothing for that hour. Do what needs to be done so that way you can have the peace that you deserve. It is so much peaceful not to be having to rush and, wait a minute, what do I got to do today? Have it together. Have it on the calendar. Something else that I want to encourage with this getting organized is getting organized with our thoughts. So that kind of even goes back to the decluttering the mind. Do a brain dump. Get out your empty piece of paper, like we talked about earlier, and just write down all the ideas that's on your mind. You don't have to do anything with them. Just write them down. The other thing that I want to encourage you to write down is a forgiveness list. Clear out some of that. And then the last list that you should write is a gratitude list, because that just kind of sets you on course for a great day. It sets the vibration, it sets the tone in your mind. You know, like I said, we want to get organized. We want to get the thoughts in our mind organized, so that way we are not sitting there with something at the forefront of our mind that should not be there anymore. Something that has gone past 10 years ago and we still thinking about it. Have you ever been there? Are you still thinking about something that happened last week that got on your nerves, or something that somebody did to you? We have to let that kind of stuff go. We can write it down, write down the grudges and say, I forgive such and such for stepping on my toe. I forgive such and such for being late. I forgive such and such for messing my food order up. Whatever it is, get the forgiveness out there, get the gratitude out there, because that also clears the mind and gets our thoughts organized. Like I told y'all earlier, I have a notebook for everything. So that way I'm not even scrambling around through my notebooks. I have a notebook for this podcast. I have a notebook for each company that I run. I have a notebook for just for my healing stuff, for my spiritual stuff. And then I have my gratitude notebook. But we need to have places where we can organize our thoughts and organize what's going on in our life. That's why things are not so peaceful, because they are chaotic. So bring some calm to your chaos by getting organized. The next thing that I want to tell you to do is to get some plants, y'all. Get plants. I got plants all over. In this office right here, this is a small office, a very small space. And in this small space, I have two plants. I got one you can't see right there, and I got one over there in the corner. I have plants all over my house. There's plants in every room except for one, and I'm doing something about that today after today's conversation, and that's in the bathroom. You need plants. Let me tell you why you need plants. Plants just improve your overall wellness. They improve the air quality. They bring concentration and focus to you. They bring just some calm, because they're happy, and you're like, oh, my plants. Especially when they start growing and budding new little stuff, little leaves, little flowers. You get excited. In my take the cold shower challenge, that's one of the mandates in there, is buy some fresh flowers, bring some outside in. They also serve as beautiful decor. You don't have to go get no fancy junks to sit somewhere. Go get you a nice plant. Go get you a nice planter to put your plant in. Maybe you need to repot some plants. Maybe your plants are still in the original little black plastic things that they came in. Put them in a new home. Put your plants in a lovely home, in your lovely home. Something else that they do is they just give you good energy. They raise the vibration of the space. They raise your vibration. That green, that green indicates money. That green indicates manifestation. That green indicates abundance. So have more green in your house, if nothing else, for that reason. But get some plant life in your house. The other thing that I want to talk about is more about getting some outside in, getting some of that fresh sunlight. Get some natural sunlight. Not the natural sunlight bulb that's above my head, but some real natural sunlight from outside. Open up the curtains. Open up the blinds. Open up the windows and let some fresh air in. Did you know that the air inside your home is probably more contaminated than the air outdoors? Your air inside your house is more polluted than the air outside. So go ahead and let some of that pollution out of your house. And while you're at it, burn some sage. I'm just saying. But yes, we need to let some fresh air in, even if it's just 5 minutes a day that you open up your windows first thing in the morning. Just to let some of that stale energy that has been collected overnight, let that stale energy out. And let some fresh energy in. Go outside and get some fresh air. I make it my business. I have a lot of meetings, and there are a lot of times back to back to back to back. But I have this thing where I have a 15-minute window in between meetings. In that 15-minute window, I'm going outside for about 5 minutes so the sun can recharge me just for the fresh air, so I can feel the wind on my skin, so I can be present for a moment. But really, so I can recharge. The sunlight brings you peace. That warming feeling that it gives you, especially if you've been in an air-conditioned building all day. Allow that sun to warm your skin for a few minutes. Go out there and get some of that vitamin D. Go out there and remind yourself that we live in a world where the sun comes up every single day, and we don't have to do anything about it. And we know exactly where it's going to be at what time. Or Where it is can tell us what time of day it is. We have something that is that committed to us and it is that reliable for us. Go outside just for inspiration for the sun. Maybe you can incorporate some more sunlight qualities in your life and be more consistent, be a little brighter, be a little more warm. Okay? But yes, we definitely want to bring that kind of stuff in. And then the next thing on my list, number 5. Number 5 is breathe, baby, breathe. Breathing will bring you more peace. Just simply paying attention to am I inhaling or am I exhaling right now? I bet you don't even know. Let's inhale and exhale together. You can take 3 deep breaths and that will completely reset your body, reset the cells in your body, reset the neurons in your mind. Just reset your attitude, okay? Forget taking a shot on your lunch break. Go take a breathing exercise on your lunch break. Do some Wim Hof breathings. Do some box breathings. Do some alternate nostril breathing. But breathe. Even if you just pay attention to your breath and do breath observation for about 5 minutes, that is going to completely change the game. Because in those 5 minutes, you're not out there in the world. You're not thinking about what's going on, what's happening, what's not happening, what people doing, what they not doing. In that moment, you are just with you. You're just with self. You're within your own community that lives inside of you, your own universe that lives inside of you. I call it going home. Sometimes I just spend a few minutes going home and I put my hands on my chest and I breathe and I just say, I'm going home, because home is within. Sometimes we need to just take a break from wherever we are. And you can do that no matter where you are. Even if you're out there driving on the road, just breathe. Don't close your eyes unless you're at a red light, but just breathe. That breath is giving you control. Because just think, your body breathes on its own. Whether you decide you want to inhale or exhale or not, your body's going to do that for you. But when you tap into the control of that inhalation and exhalation, you are also tapping into that power that breathes for you. So it increases your power, it increases your willpower, it increases your mental power, it increases your spiritual power. And it increases your physical power, because now your cells have more oxygen to do their job. You're creating more of a homeostasis. That's what they like, homeostasis. I call it their party environment. That's when they feel like they can do what they want to do and they love it, and they'll take care of you. Your cells will take care of you if you just breathe a little more. So the next thing with that breathing, we can do some yoga. Add some movement with that breathing. Yoga, qigong, they're very easy. You can do them in the morning, just about 5 to 7 minutes. Change your life. Even Tai Chi, any of those type of things where you moving slow and taking breath with movement changes the game. So that's going to lead me to number 6, exercise, boo. Get outside and exercise. You ain't got to get to a gym. You don't have to have a gym membership. Just go outside. There's a whole outdoors gym awaiting you. You can do lifts. You can do squats. You can do pull-ups. There's pull-up bars out there at parks. Who needs a gym membership anymore? There's a whole worldwide gym awaiting you, and you have a lifetime free membership. So get out there. Go walking. Even if you just walked 10 minutes a day, it would change your vibration. It would change your health. If you want to lose a couple of pounds, you might do that too. If you're wanting to increase your energy levels because you've been tired and lethargic, fatigued, it will help with that. If you're stressed out, it will reduce the cortisol in your body, and it will increase your happy hormones, your happy chemicals. We need more happy chemicals in our life. If we produce more happy chemicals, we won't worry about those unhappy chemicals, because they will be outnumbered. So let's outnumber the stress hormones in our body by getting outside and doing some movement. Get you a jump rope and go outside on your porch and do a little bit of jump roping for a couple of minutes. Do some jumping jacks. You ain't too big, you ain't too old. Do your jumping jacks. That's a quick pick-me-upper. Forget the cup of coffee. Just find your little space in your office or in your house. If you have to go outside, do what you got to do. and go out there and do some jumping jacks. Don't worry about people looking at you. That's their business, whatever they're judging. If anything, you might inspire them to do the same. You might inspire them to be happy too, and to jump around, and get some happy chemicals going around. Come on, come on, come on, y'all. Am I by myself today? Where y'all at? Drop something in the comment box and let me know that you're with me. You know, today has been a really good day. And we now have the power to make today an even better day. Because anybody listening to this show, and even if it is your first time, let me let you know that all of us listening, including me, we are determined, we are committed, and now obligated to become 1% better in one area of our life. And I believe creating more peace in our life is going to create more peace in the people's lives around us. So let's make it our business today to create more peace by doing these things, by clearing out the clutter in our houses, in our minds, in our office spaces. Let's make sure that we are getting organized. Get organized with your physical things. Get organized with your thoughts. Get organized. Please, 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 please get organized with your time. Your time is so valuable. It's your most precious asset. Not the thing between your legs, okay? Your time, your energy. Those are your precious assets that you need to be more mindful of how you share them, where you invest them, and what is the return on that investment. Next, number 3, get some plants. Add some plant life to your life. They'll make you happy. I promise. You don't have to have a green thumb. And if you feel like, oh, I don't have a green thumb and I'm a plant killer, get you some cactus or something that don't require as much attention. Definitely don't get no orchids if you're not good with plants, because they are finicky and they require a lot of attention, okay? So what is number 4 on my list? Get you some sunshine and some fresh air. Number 5, breathe, baby, breathe. Just breathe. And number 6, exercise, okay? So I think you got this. I think you know what to do. I think I know what to do. So let's do it. Give me some feedback and let me know how this goes. I want to know which one of these things on the list you have not been doing, or is the thing that you're immediately about to run out and do. And then after that, hit the share button and share this with somebody. Share it with somebody you love. Share it with somebody that's been getting on your nerves, that you know they need to create more peace because they are being the unpeaceful person in your life. Okay? All right? I am Mimi the Motivator, your favorite motivator's favorite motivator. And this is the Get High on Motivation Show. I'm so glad that you stayed to the end with me, and I will see you next week. Same time, same place. Make sure you be here or beat me here. Hit the notification buttons or whatever you got to hit so we can be together, because I want to be with you. All right? So be happy, be healthy. And you know what I'm going to say. Be you. Bye-bye. I love y'all.